If you have ever said, I don't know how to grow my email list and I don't even know where to start, well, today's video is for you. I'm going to be sharing with you how you can create a freebie that actually converts and how to put it into Kajabi so that you can get your freebie funnel up and going in no time, then all in one platform. I'll walk you through step by step how to create, how to design, how to launch, and even promote your freebie. If you do this right, you will also be able to generate sales into your business. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Hey there, coaches and creators. Brittany here, and welcome to the Template Society channel, where I help digital product creators to create, market, and sell their digital products using templates and systems to make this process a heck of a lot easier. Now, before we dive into today's masterclass, I want you to hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified of some of our upcoming videos. Okay, so let's talk all about how you can create your freebie on Kajabi and ultimately grow your email list really fast. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to get traffic. We need to know who we are serving so that we can be able to attract them to our business with our free lead magnet. So without that traffic, we are not going to grow our list. So it's important for us to be really clear on where we are going to get that traffic, which I'll share more on how to promote that shortly. And then we need our freebie. So without a freebie, we can't have a freebie funnel. So I'm going to walk you through how you can create your freebie, even brainstorm, and even show you some templates that make it easy for you to get your freebie up and going in no time. And then you want to have a tripwire if you are ready to start selling a product, a low ticket product. This could be a mini course, things like that, ebook to help you to start generating some sales. Now, you don't have to have this is optional, but I like to have a tripwire just because it allows me to start generating revenue versus only giving that freebie away if the person is ready to take action. And then you have your email sequence. Your email sequence is going to work behind the scenes. We're going to create this to where it's automated so that you can be able to provide value, continue a relationship with them, and ultimately be able to sell some of your other products that you may have. And then sales is what we want to generate in our business. While I love to provide value, I love to give tips, advice, help my audience, I also like to generate sales, and there is nothing wrong with that. As a digital product creator and as a business, you should be looking to generate sales, and we are going to focus on how you can do just that. Now, after this tutorial, I promise you're going to walk away knowing how to plan it where you can build trust with your audience. You can plan your freebie and you know what to do and you know what's going to work best for you. You can also be able to step into step 2 where you know how to set it up. You can plug it in a platform such as Kajabi. There's other platforms out there that you can also check out. And then you can write it up, which is step 3, which is the emails that we just talked about so that you can nurture your audience and really connect with them and ultimately be able to present other products and services that you may offer further down the line. And then you want to promote it in step 4, which will allow you to be able to have your funnel working 24/7 for you. Because what do we want to do in our business? We want to generate sales so that we can continue doing what we're doing. And we also want to provide value so that our audience can be able to get their transformation and overcome some of the gaps that they are experiencing. Okay, so why are you listening to me? One of my digital product businesses selling templates alone has generated over $830,000. I don't know about you, but I like for people to be able to share with me what they have done and accomplished so that I can know, am I following the right person? So ultimately, if you are looking to build a business in the digital product world, I have done it. I have done it in multiple businesses. I have my coaching business and I have my template side of my business. I know what it's like to be in a digital product business. And please know that it's not the blind leading the blind. So if you are interested in trying Kajabi, before we dive into the behind the scenes of Kajabi, I want you to check out a free trial that I have for you. You can get onto this platform, see if it's a good fit for you, see if you like it, build out your freebie funnel, and start generating some leads into your business. If it's not your jam, totally get off of it. You have no commitment if you don't want to join. But I do have some bonuses to help you onto this platform, so you can learn more about that in the description below. Let's go ahead and get started with step 1. I really want you to build trust with your audience and really plan this out to where people are saying, yes, I am ready to get your lead magnet and ultimately buy from you. So the 4-part ingredients that we want to have when we are creating a lead magnet is you want your freebie to be something that is quick, and also simple and full of value. We don't want something that's overly complicated. We want this to be quick, simple, and let people get a win. We also want to have a opt-in page where people can sign up for your freebie. So we want to be really clear on where are you going to go in order to be able to get this freebie and learn more about it. And then a tripwire and a checkout page. Again, this is optional, but I believe in your business, while you are providing value, there's also an individual who's ready to take it to the next step. So we don't want to rob our audience of being able to continue to learn and get transformation and bridge the gap that they are experiencing. So if they are ready to move forward with some of your paid products that might provide more in-depth information, this is where the tripwire and the checkout page is going to come in. And then you want to have a thank you page and email automation where you can be able to say, thank you so much for signing up, but then also leading them to your actual email automation and guiding them on what to do next. Maybe check your promotions and spam just in case your email fell through. You also want to make sure that you are telling them what the next steps are and nurturing them and ultimately building a connection and relationship with your audience. So what does this funnel look like? You're going to identify where your traffic is. Where are you going to show up so that you can get leads to your business? It could be on platforms like Pinterest, YouTube, LinkedIn, Google Ads, Facebook ads. No matter where it is that you show up, could be TikTok. You want to make sure that this is where you're going to focus on getting your traffic for your lead magnet. Now, if you're just getting started, I recommend picking 1 to 2 platforms. Do not try to overdo it. You will burn yourself out. But if you can hone in on 1 to 2 platforms and master them well, I promise you it will help you to generate those leads no matter what platform you decide to get on. Okay, so once you've identified what your platforms are as your traffic, we are going to then have something called an opt-in page. That opt-in page is where, again, we are going to collect information, share more about our freebie, and provide value so that our ideal customers can say, yes, I want to move forward with this freebie and ultimately buy from you. And then again, you are going to have a thank you page. I am going to show you what a tripwire looks like, but if you're not ready for a tripwire, meaning you don't have that low tier product yet, maybe you don't have a mini course or ebook, you're just getting started and you only want to start with just a lead magnet, no paid offer, what will happen and take place is after they have opted in, there'll be a new lead now into your CRM, which if you're using Kajabi, it will all be in your contacts area. And then you will have a thank you page. That thank you page guides you through what to do next. And then from behind the scenes, you're going to deliver the freebie through your email. And then you're going to start to provide next steps on how they can continue to get value and transformation. And ultimately, you are going to continue the relationship and also introduce your paid product if you have one, or inform them about what's to come in your business. Now, if you're deciding to go the tripwire route, which I would recommend, especially if you do not have sales in your business or you're looking to generate some sales in your business, maybe you're running ads and you're looking to recoup some of the costs. So identify again where your traffic is going to come from. And then once you have that, we're going to have your opt-in page, very similar to what we did in the previous funnel. But instead of going just to the thank you page, we are going to now go to the tripwire page. The tripwire page is going to display your mini product that you have. It could be a mini course. It could be an ebook. It could be a planner, a workbook. It's a low ticket cost product that's going to allow your customers to buy from you. After the tripwire, it's going to go to the checkout page. The checkout page is going to give more information about what this product is and allow them to give their credit card and information in exchange. You can have things like order bumps and upsells. You don't have to start this route, but if you do have multiple digital products that do connect and are in alignment with each other, then this is going to be a great way for you to add some upsells and do some downsells and ultimately allow your customers to go through a funnel. Now, after that, they can go to a thank you page, which guides them on what to do next. We're always leading them back to their email. So what is a lead magnet? It is a free resource that is like a guide or a template or a checklist or some sort of mini course offered so that you can give something in exchange for someone's email address. This is full of value. So for digital product creators, it's a way to attract potential buyers and also grow your email list. And most of all, warm up your leads so you can get future sales. So, in order for us to do that, we got to create our freebie first. So, with our freebie, it needs to be something quick, it needs to be something simple and full of value. So, let's look at the three S's because a lot of people make their freebie really complicated. So, 3S, simple, it solves one clear problem. Specific, it targets a high friction pain point. What is the pain point that your audience is experiencing, and how can you help cover that pain point within your lead magnet? And it's also speedy delivery. It delivers results in 15 minutes or less. It shouldn't take me 2 weeks to go through a lead magnet. It shouldn't take me a whole year to understand a lead magnet. And then I want you to think about some examples. So, some things that you can do for a lead magnet could be 10 email hooks that boost opens. So, this is perfect for someone who is a creator and they focus on email marketing and getting people to open emails. Another one could be 3 Canva templates to instantly level up your feed. It's perfect for someone who is a social media creator and they hone in on teaching on social media. Now, the next example is 5 prompts to write your next offer in minutes. So, this is perfect for someone who helps people to create products and services and they are struggling to write their product description or identify how to present their product. So, I want to show you a few of my own templates that I have used as lead magnets that have performed really well. One is for a design workshop where I'm helping you to be able to create templates in your business and use them and save time. These are 5-minute videos that helps you to guide you on how to do that. Ultimately, it's a total of 15 minutes, but it has been presented over a 3-day period. Then I have one that says quickly fill your new course with these powerful tools. This was a really great way for people to get people to their online courses and understand what they need to do or platforms and tools that they can use to help and assist them. And then I have the ultimate sales guide. So if you were looking to create a sales page and you were struggling on what to say, how to say it, and what order to put it in, it would guide you through that. And then the ultimate course outline planner. So if you were feeling stuck on how to write your lessons or really organize your overall course, this would help you to be able to get connected and do that. Okay, so let's quickly brainstorm some of the different lead magnets that you can create in your business. The first one is you can do checklists and guides. So this is a really great way for you to do a quick start checklist or do some step-by-step how-tos or even launch a roadmap. You can also do templates and swipe files. So maybe you do some plug and play templates where it's already done for someone and all they have to do is plug in a few details to make it their own. You can do emails or even caption swipe files, or you can design a layout for someone through a website or some sort of template. You can even do a resource list or a toolkit that has a ton of fill in the blank scripts. Then there's mini trainings. So mini trainings are really big if you are looking to eventually have a course. This is where you can do a short video tutorial or a behind the scenes walkthrough, or even record a strategy session, free mini course, or even a tech demo. This will help you to be able to guide them first with value and then ask them to check out your product. You can even do quizzes. Maybe you do what type of blank are you, or you do a clarity scorecard, or even a readiness assessment. This is really great if you are looking to help someone to identify where they should be. And then there's downloads and also workbooks. So you can do digital planners or trackers. You can do PDF workbooks. You can do goal setting or planning tools, content calendars. This is a great way for you to help your customers to get it downloadable, implement it into their life, and ultimately get results. You can do a few things to design this fast. You can search lead magnet in Canva, and there are tons of different templates that you can check out. However, I do find that a lot of the templates are not cohesive, where you have multiple pages that can build upon each other. So if you don't want to go that route, you can use some templates. I have some really cool templates that are all cohesive within my $17 toolkit, where you can access 16 other amazing toolkits in addition to the Irresistible Lead Magnet Toolkit. And you can get templates that help you to make this a heck of a lot easier, which I'll show you shortly. So you can pick something that's clean and modern layout that matches your brand. You can customize templates to your brand. And then you can swap out the colors, change out the fonts and the photos, make it your own. And then ultimately you have your freebie, but you want to make sure it's easy for someone to read or follow along. And if it's going to be a video, we want to keep it short to where it's not overwhelming. So if you want to check out this toolkit, I'll be showing more behind the scenes, but you can find out more about it in the description. Now let's go ahead and jump behind the scenes of Canva. Okay, so I am in the lead magnet toolkit, which is one of the toolkits within the 17 toolkits that you can get if you are interested in checking that out for $17. You can find that in the link below. But here is just a few mock-ups of some of those templates. So I have workbooks and ebooks, I have worksheet templates, and also checklists and cheat sheets. So toolkit templates, all that great stuff. I'm going to go ahead and move forward with a worksheet template. Okay, so now that we have the template from the toolkit, basically here are some options and different pages that we can choose from, and we can identify what pages we need. I'm going to pretend like we only need the goal setting ones. So it's going to basically be page 1 through 4. Let's talk about changing colors. No matter if you're using one of my templates or Canva's templates, basically if you want to change colors, let's just say that I'm going to change this background. I'm going to change this to purple. I'm going to change this color to a black. I can hit change all. I can also click on the text and start to change that text to a different color. I can change it to my font, and let's change that to be a green, change all. Okay, so I'm starting to make this more of my brand look. I can change out these images to more images that are more in alignment with my business. So overall, as it's changing, it's starting to get in alignment with my brand. I just have a few other things I need to change depending on which templates I would be moving forward with. So I'm going to go ahead and download the first 4 pages as my lead magnet. All I'm doing is going to the download area where it says share. Now I'm downloading this as a PNG so I can create a mock-up to showcase my lead magnet. Now, when you are actually delivering your lead magnet, you do want to download this as a PDF. Obviously, if you're making a video, you don't have to worry about that, but this is if you are looking to do some sort of downloadable template. I am going to hit done. If I wanted this to have a transparent background, I would. I'm just going to keep it as is and hit download. Okay, now that I have that going, one thing I want to do is I want to have mock-ups for my lead magnet. I want it to be displayed well where people are saying, yes, I want to actually check out that lead magnet. So what you're going to see here is you're going to see digital mock-ups from my digital mock-up toolkit. And this is also within that toolkit bundle that I shared about earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some templates. Let me find some that probably make sense for what I'm doing. I'm thinking I'm going to probably do something like this. So let me go ahead and hit access this in Canva. I'm going to edit my templates, and you can check out what Canva has. I'm just going to use what I already have, which makes it easy for me to quickly get this done versus spending a lot of time searching for templates. Okay, so we're going to use this particular template. Okay, so I just dragged and dropped the images that I downloaded and plugged them into this mockup. I'm going to just make a quick change so this looks a little different and more on brand. And here we go. Here is the mockup that I'm going to be using on my opt-in page. So I'm going to go ahead and download this. This is page 2. Download. I'm going to make it a PNG. I'm also going to make this a transparent background. So let's go ahead and download that. And we are now officially good to go. So now that we have our lead magnet, we created our goal setting planner, and we have created a mock-up for it. And it's now time for us to plug this into our opt-in page. So I am going to set this all up in Kajabi. So in order for you to get access to these templates that I'm going to be using in this tutorial, I definitely want you to check them out in the description. If you access a 30-day trial to Kajabi, you will be able to get access to these particular templates and use them in your business. Okay, I'm in the back end of Kajabi, and what we're going to do is we're going to work backwards to build out our overall lead magnet funnel. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make our way to where it says marketing. We're going to make our way down to email campaigns. We're going to set up your email sequence first. So the first thing we're going to do is go to where it says new email campaign. If you already have your campaign set up in terms of your email sequence, you're good to go. But if you don't, let's go ahead and do email sequence. Let's click on that. Let's call this the ultimate goal planning planner sequence. Now I have my sequence. I'm going to go ahead and hit continue. Once I hit continue, I then will want to select from one of Kajabi's design options. In order for me to get started, I can pick one and move on from there. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and move forward with the simple text. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to go ahead and hit get started. Once I click get started, I am then going to plug in that this is going to be the email delivery. I will be sharing a little bit more about what type of emails to add to the sequence, but just go ahead and get this portion set up so that then you have your email sequence ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and put 0 because this is going to be the first email that triggers after someone opts into the lead magnet. So we are good to go here. Obviously, I'll have to come back and change this, but we just want this to be properly set up. The next step that we're going to do is we're going to make our way to where it says forms. It's going to be under marketing, so go to forms. And now that we have our email sequence, we're going to go to new form right here. Let's plug in the ultimate goal planning planner. Let's hit save. And now that we have our goal planning planner, the next step is to identify what type of opt-in settings we're going to have. You can have either a double opt-in or a single opt-in. I want you to choose what works best for you. For this example, I'm going to move forward with the single opt-in. Now, form fields. Would you like to collect more than just name and email? And if so, you're going to go to where it says add form fields. Now, automation. Now that we have our email sequence in place, though we need to still go back and edit it after we go to that next step, we're going to go to where it says add automation, and we are going to make sure that it's connected. So when someone submits a form to the Ultimate Goal Planning Planner, we want that to be a trigger. So let's hit save trigger. Then right here, then we are going to add them to an email sequence. So subscribe to an email sequence. We're going to then select our email sequence, which we just created, which is the Ultimate Planner sequence. And I'm going to now save this action. Now I can also do some other things like add a tag and put goal planning ultimate. Let's add a tag. And if you don't see it, just put the name of what you're looking to do. Goal planning planner. Okay. So now that I've added the tag, so what will take place after someone opts into this particular opt-in form, they will automatically be subscribed to the email sequence, and then they will also receive a tag so I'm able to identify them and segment them. Then after that, you'll need to rename this automation. So we're going to call this the Ultimate Planning Planner Automation. Okay. So now we have a name for this automation. I'm going to make it publish and hit save. Make sure that this is published. If it's not published, basically your automation is not going to properly trigger. Okay, so now that we set up our automation, next what we want to do is just refresh and make sure that it is showing below. So our automation is properly showing. And if you need to edit it at any time, just go to this edit button. So now after that, the next thing that we have in the form area is after submission. So would you like to send a notification to you or your team? Would you like to add this to a third-party email sequence? Right now, I'm not going to be showing this just because I'm connecting it to Kajabi's email sequence. And then we also have send a contact to a thank you form. I'm going to be showing you how to add it to a thank you form in a different way, but you can add that here. If everything looks good to go ahead and hit save. Now, the next step is we're going to make our way to the website section. And under website, we're going to go down to where it says landing pages. As I mentioned to you earlier, I have some landing pages I'm going to be using. However, if you are using Kajabi and you don't want to necessarily use the landing page that I have provided if you sign up for a 30-day trial, then here is some other options that Kajabi does provide. Here is their opt-in templates that they have. There's a total of 14 to choose from. So I'm going to click on this. You can see some of the different options that Kajabi provides. And if you like any of them, you can go ahead and click on one and move forward by hitting get started. Okay, so now that we have our opt-in form and we know where our email sequence is going to be, and we will go back and edit that shortly, the next thing is to identify if you're going to move forward with a tripwire. If you are moving forward with a tripwire, here's some options that Kajabi has. You can make online courses, coaching programs, communities, podcasts, newsletters, downloadables, all that great stuff. Only move forward with a tripwire product if you already have one created. If you don't have one created, get started with just a opt-in and go straight to the thank you page. And if you do have that tripwire product that you are looking to use, then you can use the tripwire page. So don't make this more complicated than it needs to be. All right, so now that we have that identified, I'm going to make first just the opt-in that goes to a thank you page, and then I will make a opt-in that goes to a tripwire, and then a checkout, and then a thank you page. Okay, so let's get started first. I'm going to use a opt-in page that I already have created. Let's go to customize. I'm in the landing page area. Now, this is a long opt-in form. I'm going to make this super short. So during this demonstration, you don't have to worry about all of these different sections. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the three dots. I'm going to hit hide on all of those sections. So you are not going to see any of that. And we're going to keep this a short opt-in page. Okay, so I just made this page shorter, as you can see right here. And what we're going to do is we are going to start off with a really strong headline. I want you to just click on the text that you're looking to change in Kajabi and put a strong headline here. You want to also have just a sub headline and also some more information about what this particular free lead magnet is going to be. We want someone to say yes. So what I have here is just some sample text. Get the 100% free starter guide, a clear step-by-step plan to turn your bold idea into a purposeful offer without overwhelm. So you can add more to this, but we want someone to say, oh yeah, that's exciting. I want to get that. Then I have the actual form, which we're going to plug in the form that we just created. And then we have an image and some more text about this particular guide. So let's go ahead and start with changing the text right here. Then once we've changed that text, I want you to we're going to select the form that we just created. So let's go ahead and click. And currently right now, the form is going to a form I had already selected. So I'm going to go ahead and select that new form we just created, Ultimate Goal Planning Planner. There we go. Okay, so here's the Ultimate Goal Planning Planner that we just created. And then our thank you page, what we are going to have it go to is a thank you page that we have already created. So I'm going to select that thank you page. We'll still need to go and edit it, but at least it will be connected. So you'll need to know the name of the landing page you are connecting it to, and I'll show you how you can see that shortly. So thank you page example is going to be example. Okay, I just connected it to the thank you page by going to what the next step is going to be. And all I have to do is just change my text and change it in both of these areas. If I want to change the background, I can just click on the area I'm looking to make a change to. I can then select the color, change it completely. Let's make it bright lime so you can see it. And I can also change my image. Let's just click on an image and select one. I'm going to go to a recent one, but you can upload a new file. Okay, I just changed my image. And I can also change where my call to action goes to. I want my call to action to go back up to this form. So I'm going to click on this call to action button. I'm going to make sure it's going to that section by going to button action right here. And when I select button action, I'm going to go to section on this page. And I'm going to go back to the opt-in in the hero section and hit save. Now you can come and test this out at any time. I'm just going to change this background just so it's a little bit brighter and in your face. Okay. So now that we have our opt-in page, we're going to make our way to the thank you page. And on the thank you page, you're going to do something very similar to what we just did. So let's go ahead and go to that thank you page. Now you can take away the information that you don't necessarily need. Here's what this thank you page template includes. It has your call to action on what to do next, like thanks so much for downloading. If you want to include a offer where you are promoting one of your special offers that you have, you can mention that here. And then you can also give the next steps on what to do. Again, if there's a section that you don't want to include, all you have to do is just go to the three dots, click on it and hit hide or delete. Now, if there's a section you want to duplicate, you can always go to duplicate as well. So this is going to be very similar to what we just did. You can click on your sections and start to make changes. You can add in new images. You can change the text. You can have the call to action go to other places. So here are some button actions that Kajabi provides. And then you can obviously update this as well and give next steps. So now that we have our thank you page and we're good to go, what's going to take place is that after someone opts into that page, they're going to go to the thank you page. Let's go ahead and click on this. Let's click on preview. And we're going to just test this out. So if I go to test and plug into my email and hit download now, it automatically goes to my thank you page because I have set that up already in the thank you page area of the form when it said, what page do you want to go to next? So now that this is properly set up, you can have your form deliver the email sequence and also deliver your freebie within that email sequence. And you have the tag being set up and you are collecting information. So now let's go to your form just so you can see what that looks like in terms of collecting information. I'm going to go to that goal planning planner and I'm going to go to submissions. And you can see that I just signed up right here, what time I received it, and all of that great stuff. Okay, so now let's go back to landing page. If you are looking to include a tripwire in your funnel, so you're going to have your opt-in page first, and then your tripwire page, and then a checkout, and then a actual thank you page. How that would look is basically on your tripwire page. Let's go ahead and make our way to the example. You would update this page first. Make sure that it is connected to the checkout of your product that you are going to be offering. So I like to put at the very top, like, hey, your guide's on the way, just so people know that I'm not just going straight into selling, but also there is a product that they can learn more about and ultimately be able to make a move and take action if they would like. You don't have to keep this here, but I do like to keep it. It helps someone to know that, yes, we acknowledge that you just opted in and here's another product. Now, over here is just text that's going to introduce the tripwire product where you can share more about it. And then you can also share what's inside and share a little bit more information. So as I mentioned, all you have to do in order to change text in Kajabi, just select the area and on the left-hand side, it will appear or you can edit it within that particular area. To change images, all you do again is select the area and upload new image or upload a recent image. So you're going to go through this overall page and update this to your brand and change colors and all of that. But you also want to make sure that your call to action is going to the checkout of your tripwire page. So if you have created your mini course, ebook, whatever it may be, it needs to be a low ticket offer. You have a checkout. And if you don't have a checkout page, you'll need to create one. So I do have another video that will walk you through how to get your checkout pages set up. And so you'll go to that checkout page. So I'm going to just select a checkout for right now. So you can see this all be together. Okay. So let's pretend like I have all my checkouts ready. Okay, so now let's go back to your opt-in form. We're going to update this to go to the tripwire page if you're going to go the tripwire route. Let's go to form. Instead of it going to the thank you page, let's now click and go to the tripwire. So we're going to go tripwire. Okay, so we have updated this to go to our tripwire page. And now what we'll do is we will put this all together. And let's make sure that your actual thank you page is in your checkout area. So let's go to sales. Let's pretend as if we have already created our checkout. Again, if you have not created a checkout, I'll share more about that in another video. But this is going to be our checkout for this particular offer. And we need to make sure that the actual tripwire product is shown right here. So product in this offer so that they can get access to it. And then where it has post purchase, we are going to have them go to an existing thank you page. So let's go to an existing landing page and we're going to grab the page that we have updated, which is that thank you page. Okay, so here is our example thank you page, and we are going to go ahead and move forward. So this checkout's not going to be properly set up, so I'm just going to show you a preview real fast. However, you will want to come and update this so that it looks on brand, has all your information and all that great stuff. We just want to test it and make sure that if someone opts in, they go to a tripwire page, they go to the proper checkout, and then after they have purchased, they go to a thank you page. Okay, so now it's time to test this all out to make sure it works properly. We're going to go into our website, landing page, and then we're going to make our way to the opt-in page. So here's our opt-in page that we're starting with. I'm going to go ahead and hit preview. When I click on preview, let's plug our information in. Okay, I'm now going to move forward with download now. Now it went directly to our tripwire page. So now we can share more about our tripwire. And now I'm going to say, yes, I want to move forward. And now it's going to take me to a checkout. So now I can move forward and purchase and buy. After that checkout, it will go to your thank you page. However, this thank you page, since I have not checked out, it's not going to automatically pop up, but this is what would take place since I set it up in the offer area. If you wanted to set up any other automations in your offer area, please go ahead and do so. But again, check out my other video that will walk you through how to set up a checkout page in Kajabi. So you might be interested in putting your funnel in the funnel area of Kajabi. If that's the case, you're going to go to where it says marketing, click on that, go to where it says funnels. And then what you're going to do, since we already have set up your funnel without putting it into the funnel area, you can go to where it says get started. And then when you click on get started, I start with a blank screen. So you can go to get started. And then now we're going to put in ultimate goal planning planner funnel. Hit create funnel. And then what's going to take place is instead of having this blank screen, you're going to click on the three dots and hit remove. And now we're going to go to add page, click on add page, go to existing landing page, hit next. I'm going to just add in the one where we are starting with opt-in to thank you page, not necessarily opt-in to Tripwire. So we're going to go with the opt-in to thank you page. And we're going to move forward from there. Hit save. So now that we have moved forward with the example, now we're going to add in the next page. As you can see, since there's an email connected to this form, it automatically appears. And the next page would be the thank you. So I'm going to go back to existing and I am going to now select that thank you page. I'm going to hit save. Now I have my thank you page located here and basically my funnel's taking place. So if you decide that you want to have your funnel in the funnel area, which you do not have to. You can have your funnel still working for you, just like how I set it up originally. But if you do want to have your funnel in the funnel area, please note my landing pages are no longer going to be in this area. They're now going to be found in the funnels area. So click on funnels and you will then see your pages. So don't think that they're missing. They're just under the funnels area and you will see the pages associated right here. Okay. So now you have your opt-in. Let's talk about how you can edit your emails. Our next goal is to turn our subscribers into buyers. So we want to be able to encourage them to connect with us, get some quick wins, and help bridge the gap and nurture them over the next couple of days. So you can do this through 3 emails. You can have more emails than this, but if you want to have just 3 emails in your email sequence, this is a great start. So the first email is going to help to expand the win, help to celebrate their quick results, and help them to get some bonus tips on what they can do next. The second email is going to help you to bridge the gap. So I want you to talk about what's next and where they might be feeling stuck so you can ultimately start to prime them for the next product that you're going to put in front of them. And then email 3 is going to invite them to a paid offer. If you don't have a paid offer, you might want to skip this and again, just provide more value, maybe other content that you have created. But this is where you can present your toolkit, a course, or maybe a next level product or something that you have coming up. Now, if you need help with emails, because I know you might feel stuck and not know what to say, how to say it, I do have several emails that fall within the lead magnet toolkit that's in our 17 toolkits for $17. You can find those emails there. It will help you to quickly write your emails. It's plug and play. You just need to plug in a little bit more details about your actual lead magnet and then follow the steps to help you to nurture your audience and be able to build a connection and relationship with them. Okay, so now that our funnel is all properly set up, what we want to do is we want to go back to our email sequence that we originally created. Let's go to marketing. And this time, instead of going to the forms area, we're going to go to where it says email campaigns. We're going to go to email campaigns, and then we're going to select the sequence that we originally created. However, we did not add content to it. So let's go ahead and click on that. And we're going to first edit this email delivery. This first email is going to be all about delivering your email as we discussed. So plug in your content. You want to plug in your email subject line, your preview text, and then you can go here and edit your content. When you edit content, please feel free to plug in whatever is needed to properly deliver this. If it's a PDF, you can deliver it by sharing the link. One of the ways that you can create a link to share that PDF is to upload the file right here. You can upload it right there by going to upload file. And then when you upload a file as a PDF, you can then be able to save that. So let me just grab a PDF. And now I have a link. If I go to the link area, I have a link that could be shared. So ultimately you can create a link. So put it in the area of where you're looking to have it in your email. Now, once you have created that email, you are going to make sure that you hit save. And then once you have that saved and you have it on the day that it needs to be delivered, you can then go and add your next email by going to add email. You'll keep adding on all your emails. You can either select what you have basically just did, which was the simple text, or select another template, or even start to create a template for yourself that you use over and over again. And once you've plugged in all your emails, basically what will take place is they will trigger over the period of time that you have it properly set up. And ultimately, you will be able to have those emails go on automation for you. Okay, so now that you have created your opt in, your thank you, your tripwire, your sequence, the whole shebang, in order to be able to launch your actual lead magnet funnel in Kajabi, you need to promote it, because build it does not mean that they will come. So you want to have people actually going to your opt-in page, giving you their information. So one of the ways that you can promote it, these are from my actual toolkit, but you can use some mock-ups like this to promote on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and some of the other platforms that you might be using. You can also have some call to actions if you are making things like YouTube videos, and inform people to go check out some of your freebies. Another way that you can promote your lead magnet to get people to your opt-in is if you decide to use a platform like YouTube, or if you're just posting a video, whatever it may be. But in YouTube, basically what can take place is I can put my freebie in my description as well as in my comment section. So you can see how I've labeled it here to help people to click on my links that I have provided to go to my opt-in. So ultimately, you want to promote the heck out of your freebie in order to get people to go and land on your opt-in page. So you can add this to your Instagram bio, you can add this to your YouTube descriptions, your website, your emails, all of that great stuff. And you want to naturally really mention this to your audience. So you can create weekly content full of value, and it allows you to naturally introduce your lead magnet or share about your lead magnet to your audience. So if you are interested in grabbing these 17 toolkits that can help and assist you, and you can actually access that lead magnet toolkit that I have been using throughout this overall masterclass and even the mock-up toolkit, you can get this all for $17, all 17. So that makes it $1 per toolkit. It's crazy. So if you want to check that out, you can learn more about that. That link is in the description. And if you are not on Kajabi and you're interested in using Kajabi in your business, I do have a 30-day trial that you can check it out, see if it's a good fit for you, and ultimately get access to the bonuses that I have that can help and assist you to get up and going in no time. Okay, have fun creating your freebie funnel and building your email list, and ultimately being able to connect and turn your leads into actual buyers so you can generate sales. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time.